Yantiv Chayalim from around the world. We're celebrating Yud Beis and Yud Tammuz, their birthday and the Chag HaGeula of the Frierdiker Rebbe. We're going to start with his favorite niggin, the Beinani. Chayalim, wherever you are, sing along. The Frierdiker Rebbe was in jail 7 times. And yes, the first time was when he was a young boy. Let's take a look at his incredible Mesiras Nefesh for another Yid.
Wow, what a day at the marketplace, huh, Shimmy? Uh-huh, that's right. Anyways, look at Reb David now. Look at him. Look what he's carrying over there. It's unbelievable.
Hello there, kids. Be'ezras Hashem, that I'm going to earn a lot of money this time. Yes, you're going to see.
What? Wait a minute. Who's that coming over there?
All right, you. You think I don't know what you did? I take care of you. What did you hit me for? I'm bleeding.
I gotta do something about it. He's embarrassing that Yid. A Yid has dignity. I won't stand for this. Hey, you drunken, despicable person, you. Here, take that.
What? You shove me? You push me, a police officer? I teach you a lesson. You'll not forget.
Oh, let go of me. Stop.
Get in there, and I close the door on you.
Oy vey is mir. Wow, so dark in here. I feel a little hungry too, but why, you know something? Strange. I feel like my holy ancestors. Yeah, here I am sitting in a prison. Well, I have to occupy myself with words of Torah. You know what? I'm going to start to review this Mishnayos Baal Peh. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Wait, what is that? Did I just hear something? Oh, I'm pretty scared. It's pretty dark in here. Wow, I just reviewed for a while, but I think I don't know what time it is, but maybe it's time to daven mincha. Should I be saying the regular Shemona Esrei, or because I'm in a time at Sarah's, maybe I should add Anenu? A minute. Wait a minute. I should not say Anenu, nor should I say Al Chay. In fact, I should not even say Tachanun. Of course, this day should be like a yontif to me. HaKadosh Baruch Hu granted me a privilege to be in prison for defending the honor of a Yid. You know what? I'm going to say the Shemona Esrei with the proper concentration to the best of my knowledge and understanding. Okay, now that I finished Mincha, I'll continue reviewing Mishnayos Zerayim. What's that I hear again? Oh no, what's that I hear? Moo. Of course. I remember now. My friend Shimon had been showing me the box of matches he had bought for his brother Labe. In the confusion that happened, the matches remained with me. Let me light a match here. Let me light it again. Try it. Okay, got one. A little match. Yeah, okay. There it is. It's a calf lying in the corner. At least I know it's not a wild animal. Yeah, okay. Back to reviewing. That's what I gotta do now. Okay, I'm reviewing now Mayid, and what's that? I think I hear footsteps.
Favor, sir, have a little mercy on me, Don't tell them that I hit you, pulled you by your ear when I threw you in the jail. I didn't do that, on purpose, it's just a habit of mine, Listen, no blood ran from your nose, right? None of your teeth fell out. So what's so terrible? Don't worry, yes, you be nice, yes?
Oh, so what's this I see there? Mr. Mordechai's Silverboard, he just gave a letter to the chief of police.
All right, let me read this. Okay, listen to me. This boy can go free. He is free of punishment. I want you now to investigate very strongly what happened with this butcher, Reb David. Yes, find out everything that happened.
Wow, wait a minute. Oh, somebody's bringing a report now. That was pretty quick. What is it?
Sir, we found out what happened. The police officer that tried to arrest David, bought a calf from that police officer's brother, and then the police officer's brother and the police officer, they were in cahoots. They wanted to steal back the calf and resell it again to get the money twice. And if you don't believe it, check it out. The calf that they are holding hostage is in the prison right now.
Very interesting.
I don't know what they're talking about.
We will find out exactly what they're talking about, and you'll be in trouble.
No, this is not true.
Okay. You see what happened here? You steal this. Arrest this police officer. He no longer be police officer. He go in jail. Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. I heard what happened. Did you hear what happened, Shimmy? Yeah. And your father is going to be home soon. Yeah. Oh, look, there's my father. I'll see you, Shimmy. Bye. Wow.
So, tell me, I heard all about your adventure. Wow, what a schuss you had to be put into prison. So because why? Because you defended the honor of a fellow Yid. I'm going to give you 10 rubles more to add to your lending fund, to your gemach. And you know why? You didn't waste time. You went over and you chazid your Mishnayos Baal Peh. And that way, you are better than lahavdil to say the calf of Meir and Abucha and Abdomen Abucha.
Chayalim, you're young children like the Frierdiker Rebbe was. But let's learn from him that we can stand up strong for another Yid, and stand up proud for Torah and mitzvahs, and stand with courage to do what Hashem wants. And we all know that our most powerful weapon is the 12 pesukim. Today, we start with Pasuk Torah in camp in Beis Chaim Mushka of Crown Heights. Let's hear you! Fantastic! And now, we have a chayil to represent all the chayalim in Beis Rivka camp. Chana Edelman, and her birthday is on Yud Beis Tammuz. Mazel tov, and let's hear you. Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Adorable! And now, to represent all the chayalim in CGI United, we have with us Sarah Eisenbach to lead us in the pasuk B'chol.
B'chol Dar Vadar Chayav Adam Lereis Es Atmai Ki'ilu Hu Yatza Mitzrayim.
Great job! And now we go to Camp Amunah, Benos Yaakov Yehuda, and they will lead us in the pasuk Kol Yisrael. Super! And now for the next pasuk, we go to Benos Menachem for the pasuk of Ki Karev. And now we go to the Cheder and the day camp in Well Springs Bungalow Colony for the pasuk V'hinei. Incredible! And now to represent all the chayalim from Machne Tzirei Chasidim, we have with us Herschel Karik to lead us in the pasuk Bereshis.
Bereshis Bara Elohim Es Hashemayim Beis Haaretz.
Beautiful! And now we go back to Crown Heights from Lubavitcher Yeshiva. Let's hear you, Vishinantam. Tremendous! And now we have a chayil who represent all of the chayalim that are going to YKK this summer. Manny Kirschenbaum to lead us in the pasuk Yagaiti.
Yagaiti, Veloy, Matzasi, Al, Tamen, Lo Yagaiti, Umatzasi, Al, Tamen, Yagaiti, Umatzasi, Tamen.
And now from Chayalei Amalek, we have two chayalim, Ephraim Chain and Shmuel Zucker to lead us in the pasuk V'Yahavta. Such chayis. And now we go to California from Silver Gan Yisrael Day Camp. They will lead us in the pasuk V'zeh. And for the final pasuk, we go back to Crown Heights. We have with us 3-star General Shnei Zalman Aaron Felberman to lead us in the pasuk Yismach.
Yismach! Yisrael! Ve'osav! Perush! Shakal! Mi! Yahu! Mizera! Yisrael! Yesh! Eloi! Yismoya! B'simchas! Hashem! Asher! Sos! Sameya! B'diyasoi! B'tachtoinim!
For the highlight of today's rally, where we get to hear from the head general of Hashem's army, the Rebbe. Chayalim, the Rebbe is going to tell us the same story that we heard before. This time, when you hear the Rebbe telling the story, and you hear the Rebbe saying, policeman or jail, I want you to put up your hand. Let's see who's listening with the proper Derech Eretz.
Wo die Passierung bekitzeri gewähnt, als ist gegangen im Market, in Gas, und hat gesehen, was a Parisme, bezieht sich nicht gut und schlagt der zweiten nieder. Was wieder gesagt früher, da sind wir gewähnt, noch gar ein kleines Kind, und das hat getan ein Parisme, von deswegen, als hat gesehen, am schlagt der Jeden, hat sich eingestellt und zugegangen und hat gesagt, dem Parismen, wie tut das als Ami sagt, und der Morgenstund. Der Policeman ist geworden in Kais und hat ihn mal reingeführt und reingesetzt in Jail, in Türme, wo dort sie gewesen ein finsterer Cheder und ist weggegangen. Seien die in Türme hat der Herd, was in ein Winkel, was gewesen ein finsterer Cheder, is herzig etwas akrecht. Hat sich sehr erschrocken, hat aber gleich der Mund, der Rebester hielt jeder Rieden und jeder jüdisch Kind, und der Mund, als darf es nutzen die Zeit, beweisen, als viele Dorten in Türme und in der finsteren Cheder, fühlt sich echt zu, wie ein jüdisches Kind darf sich aufführen und hat der Pfarr ungeheben Chasern, a Peiswenig, die Mischneisen von Terische Balpä, was gekannt a Peiswenig. Danach ist durchgegangen, a kurze Weile, muss der Wust von der ganzen Sache, hat man ihn befreit und hat bestraft den Policemen. Und die Chance gekommen zu sein Vater von Jail und hat erzählt, wo dort vorgekommen, in der finsteren Cheder. Und als danach ist gefunden, wenn man geöffnet die Kiel, als in Winkel gelegen ein gebundener Kelbo, wo der Policeman hat getracht, ein Bilbo auf Nieden, als ist zugegangen mit dem Kelbo. Und allein hat das getan, hat ihm der Vater geantwortet, anrufen die Kerl mit Namen sehr. Aber ich habe dus gechazert mich Schneis, den ewigsten Stehler. Sie seien dich in demselben Cheder, mit der Kelbo, und da hat man gesehen dem Chiluk, du bist ein jüdisch Kind, und bist verbunden mit dem Ebersten, durch sein Terror, wo das beweist der Richtigkeit und der Ehrlichkeit von einem jüdischen Kind, in dem was erzählt sich ist, und Meister oder min Abema Oyin, nicht wie der Hauptwohl der Linie von dem Kelbo.
Chayalim, and now, the rest and liberation of the Frierdiker Rebbe. Sit back and watch how the Frierdiker Rebbe stood up against the most powerful government in the world.
It was the 14th of Sivan, the year Tov Reish Pei Zayin. The doorbell suddenly rang, and the door was smashed open.
All right, who here is Schneerson?
Excuse me, why must you shout? You know who Schneerson is. If you didn't know, why would you come here? If you're looking for me, I am right here.
I am certain that you will not disturb me from my evening meal.
Lulav! The soldiers are going to stand guard. Put a soldier by every place. All right, Citizen Schneerson, let me show you this document here. You have to read this and sign this document that we search your house according to the law.
I will not sign this.
Fine. Well, let me tell you something now. Rabbi Schneerson, you are under arrest.
I demand permission to put on tefillin and daven, to pray, and also that kosher food be made available to me from my own home.
You may take your tefillin, religious books even, paper and pen. Come over here, quickly, quickly. You go from the back, you go from the sides, and all around like that.
I don't understand why you need to have soldiers standing there with their swords drawn and their rifles. I will come with you. Don't worry.
I am following procedures. Come. All right. Come down the steps.
And so, sure enough, they walked downstairs and they went to the courtyard. It was a very cheerful moment.
I'll help you, Rabbi. There you go. Easy does it. Okay, are you in?
Yes, thank you. They started to drive away. The driver pulled up.
All right, we are here. Outside, Rabbi. Step outside. We are here now at 24 Splerka. Stand and descend from the vehicle.
Excuse me, Mr. Nachmanson. Are you going to keep your word, what you told me? That I will be allowed to put on my tefillin?
Even before entering the prison, you are starting to demand things? Are you oblivious to what your situation is? Do you realize you are under arrest? Do you realize you're going to prison?
All right. You are to go down that long corridor over there, straight to the open doors. The Rebbe began to walk towards the administrative office. The Rebbe suddenly heard one of the officials say,
Citizen, go sit over there.
Here is a sheet of questions. Answer each question clearly.
I'm looking at this and I have nothing to write. What seems to be the problem here?
I am unable to fill out the citizen's questionnaire since it does not provide any responses, any answers.
Let me take a look at this. You have not answered any of the questions in this form. You must fill out everything completely. There is no other alternative. All I have to state is as follows. I am Rabbi Schneerson, son of the famed Rabbi Schneerson of Lubavitch. I bear the hereditary title of honored for generations citizen. My birthplace is Lubavitch. I studied there at the yeshiva. I lived 8.5 years in Rostov and 3 years in Leningrad. My primary preoccupation is religious study. I'm involved in the philosophical system known as Hasidus. Yes, Secretary. Right as the citizen states. The secretary gathered all the documents and told the Rebbe to follow her. The clock struck 4:30. Please, I'm a religious Jew. Just give me 5 minutes to put on my tefillin, or even 3 minutes, please. No! Do you understand? No! But the Rebbe realized at that moment he would not have a chance other than this moment while he's walking behind the guard to put on the tefillin. So, quietly, the Rebbe began to put the tefillin on his hand first. And after he put the tefillin on his arm, he began to put the shel rosh on. And at that moment, the guard suddenly turned around. What is this? I told you no, and you're still trying to put on your tefillin? How dare you! I will teach you a lesson. And with that, the guard gave a zetz, a punch to the Rebbe, and a push at the same time. And the Rebbe toppled down those metal steps. The Rebbe realized that his belt buckle cracked, and part of the metal went into his stomach, and he was bleeding. He was in a lot of pain. You will soon see the fine treatment that will be shown to you by the head of the 6th Division. Perhaps 3 or 4 days in that secluded room with the mice and rats and the slime and the mud will get you to change your mind. You won't be thinking about your religious things anymore. And then, as he sat to rest for a moment, he started to gather his inner strength, grabbed onto a railing, began to pull himself up, and went up, step by step, until he got to the top. The man or beast, called Petya, arrived. Rebbe extended his hand to take his tefillin.
Forget everything! You must remember that you are a prisoner here! Do you understand?
If it really means so much to you, then why don't you write to one of the officials, and if he approves,
Then I'll give everything you want. The Rebbe insisted on sending telegrams to the official. The Rebbe wrote 3 telegrams, all with the same words. I herewith request to immediately order the head of the 6th section to give me my tefillin, religious Rabbi Y. Schneerson. The Rebbe and Petya continued to walk until they arrived to jail cell 160. In the name of the Lord, I am commencing a hunger strike until my request for my tefillin and religious books is fulfilled. The door was closed. It was already 40 hours into the Rebbe's fast, and not even a single drop of water had entered into his mouth. Suddenly, he heard the locks were being opened. And then there was a flashlight that shined right into the room. Then 3 soldiers came in, carrying rifles. And there were 4 soldiers outside with drawn swords. The official stared at the Rebbe and then said, "Come with us." The other cellmates were crying, with tears streaming from their eyes, as the Rebbe walked through the corridor.
I hereby order you to remove your hat, and if you refuse, you will have a bitter end.
I will not remove my hat, and I want to know if you know who I am.
Who are you?
I am the Lubavitcher Rebbe.
So?
The Lubavitcher Rebbe is not frightened or taken aback by your attempts to intimidate him.
In the interrogation room, 3 men were sitting with a gun resting in front of each of them. Clusters of weapons were all over the room. Their faces all had expressions of rage, and their eyes glimmered with animosity and anger. The Rebbe turned to the interrogators and said,
"This is the first time I have come into a room and not a single person has arisen from his place.
Do you know where you are?"
Sure, I am in a place that does not require mezuzah, like a stable or a bathroom.
Silence! Do you see this toy that I'm holding, this gun? With this gun, I have silenced many people and made many people talk. Now, do you understand?
Listen to me very carefully. Your toy, your gun, can only frighten someone who has many gods, but one world. But I, who have one God and 2 worlds, am not frightened by your little toy.
Silence! Silence! Do you see this arm extended before you? From the time I was 14 years old, it has been engaged in the sacred task of annihilating those such as yourself. We are all aware that you have used your influence to create a network of chadorim and yeshivos and other religious institutions throughout the USSR.
There is no prohibition in Soviet law against chadorim and yeshivos. Kalinko, the chief state prosecutor of the Soviet Union, has explicitly declared no official law has ever been made in the Soviet Union against institutions of religious education. With whom is it incumbent to comply, Kalinko or Lulav?
But in another 24 hours, you will be shot.
It was now 3 full days that no food or water had passed the Rebbe's lips. Finally, on Friday afternoon, a Jewish member of the GPU brought the Rebbe his tefillin and holy books, and the Rebbe told him,
I will not eat prison food. Only food that is brought from my house will I eat.
The Rebbe immediately began to put on his tefillin, and he began to daven. A short time passed, and the prison guard brought 3 whole challahs from the Rebbe's house for the Shabbos meals.
Finally, on Rosh Chodesh Tammuz,
At 11 o'clock in the morning, a guard entered the room and said to the Rebbe in Russian, "Wstavai! Wstavai! Stand!" The Rebbe responded in Yiddish, "Nein. If you do not obey, we will beat you." The Rebbe replied, "No." The guards beat the Rebbe and left. Later, another group of guards came in with lulav.
Rebbe, why are you so stubborn? We have come to inform you that your sentence has been lightened. If you are told to stand, stand.
But the Rebbe remained totally unresponsive. He did not answer them. And the guards continued to pummel the Rebbe, and they beat him. And again they left. After some while, a fourth set of guards came to the cell and told the Rebbe to proceed to the office. And there he was informed that his sentence had been reduced.
You will be freed from prison and sent for 3 years in Kostroma.
As the Rebbe approached the table, he observed his case documents were lying there. He noticed that on the first line, there was something crossed out. Looking closer, he noticed it was nullifying his official death sentence. The next line stated that the Rebbe should be sent for 10 years to Slovakia. And next to it was written, "Yet, no." And on the last line was written, 3 years, Kostroma. Then the Rebbe thought to himself, "Today is Thursday." And he asked the guard, "Excuse me, when will the train arrive in Kostroma?"
On Saturday. Why?
"On Shabbos?" "No." "Then I will not take that train." And the Rebbe remained in Shpalerka for a second Shabbos. On Sunday, on Gimel Tammuz, the guard finally said to him,
You have permission to return home for 6 hours.
The Rebbe came home at a time when his family thought that they would never, ever see him again. And before long, the Rebbe arrived at the station, and from the step of the coach, the Rebbe said a sicha, Yehi Hashem Elokeinu imonu. Hashem Yisborach soll sein und wird sein mit uns. As the Rebbe finished his sicha, the train left and traveled for 24 hours. It finally arrived in Kostroma. Baruch Hashem, in just a few days, on Yud Beis Tammuz, the Rebbe's birthday.
Rabbi, I regard this as a personal privilege to tell you that you are a free man.
The Hasidim and all the Yidden, they celebrated without end. Their joy knew no boundaries. And this Yom HaGeula is celebrated till this very day.
Chayalim, we're so blessed. We live in very different times. We don't need to have the kind of Mesiras Nefesh that the Frierdiker Rebbe had. But we still have an enemy, the Yetzer Hara. And he does everything he can to stop us learning Torah, doing mitzvahs, being proud to be a Yid. Chayalim, we have to learn from the Frierdiker Rebbe to be able to stand up strong to our Yetzer Hara. We need that power to tell him, no, you're not in charge, Hashem's in charge. And as we do, we are guaranteed that we'll go from this Chag HaGeula to the ultimate Chag HaGeula with the Geula HaMitis VaHashlema. Let's sing together the Niggin, Pada B'Shalem Nafshi. Gedolim, that was such a beautiful rally. Torah, we said the 12 pesukim. Tefillah, we beseeched Hashem for Mashiach. And now our final weapon, tzedakah. And let's have in mind, Gedolah tzedakah shemekareves es hageula. We want to go from this Chag HaGeula to the ultimate Chag HaGeula. And as we end this rally, let's sing together the Niggin, Yud Beis and Yud Gimel Tammuz. Let's hear you.